Greetings, entities and guardians, my name is HyperHimes, and before I start with anything on this video, I need to state first, Merry Christmas! This video is being uploaded on the 25th of December, so I hope you have some fun festivities, and even if you don't celebrate Christmas, then you just have a fun day regardless. Anyways, I absolutely love space. Ever since I was a kid, I was always curious as to what was outside the great beyond of our own reaches. The constant possibilities of planets, galaxies as far as we could possibly see, and even a bunch of interesting anomalies within space like quasars, asteroids, and even black holes. I know people find space terrifying, but I actually don't find it too terrifying. What I do find terrifying is the ocean. If I ever had the opportunity, I would love to take any sort of chance to travel into space. I don't think really many people get the chance to experience something like that. I mean, it'd probably be boring to some, but I would not want to miss that chance. It's not about the reward, it's about the destination. Which in space, who knows where that could be. So when I discovered what this new Cookie Run OvenBreak update was about, I was ecstatic for what it had to offer. I've done this many times before, so let's get back into it. The Cookie Run OvenBreak YouTube channel recently released a new teaser for the brand new Cookie Run OvenBreak update. As I've said, I've done this many times before, so let me quickly explain what happens around here if you're new to these videos. What we usually do is that we view the teaser trailer, describe everything that happens within the video, analyze any sort of interesting detail in the video, and then theorize what we could predict to see within the new Cookie Run OvenBreak update. Also, I need to make sure that I state this because, well, we're on the internet after all. These theories and whatever else I say are just theories and opinions. There's a high chance that everything I say will not appear within the new Cookie Run OvenBreak update at all. I just like to make these videos to not only hype myself up, but others who enjoy playing Cookie Run OvenBreak. If it wasn't obvious, this update is entirely space related. I don't think we've seen anything space related in Cookie Run OvenBreak for a while. And yes, I say Cookie Run OvenBreak specifically since there was some space stuff with Moonlight and Stardust Cookie and Cookie Run Kingdom. However, again, these teasers don't last for too long, but the few details we see for the video is still pretty beautiful. Then again, that could be my inner space fanboy going off. But anyways, let's strap in and blast off into orbit because this update is going to be out of this world. The video starts with us peering into space with a bunch of meteors, stars, and even constellations into the endless depths of curiosity. However, a rocket colored in white, red, blue, and a bit of yellow flies through as a meteor engulfs the camera as the scene changes. The next area shows us this absolutely delicious planet with so many delightful treats. Ice cream from vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry flavors, sprinkles, chocolate mounds, and cream frosting with a lot of different planets in the background. Then suddenly, the spaceship soon flies through once again and then flies in front of us. Through the window, we see the new Cookie in question, who seems to can't control themselves in the spaceship as they float upwards inside of the ship. A futuristic looking board pops up with the text, "What lies beyond the universe?" The video would then end with the text, "Cookie Run OvenBreak Search. The sweet signals from space. Grand reveal on December 26, 2200 GMT plus 9. I don't care what anyone says personally, the graphics are just peak here. I mean, combine the infinite possibilities of space with the endless onslaught of dessert and treats really does sound like a match made in heaven. However, what can we expect? Well, I had two ideas for what the cookie could potentially be. The first thing I made note of was the spaceship that the cookie rode on in space. Immediately when I saw this, I was thinking of one of those firecracker popsicles. The main part of the ship even bears the same colors as the real-life popsicles. However, there's another thing that I made note of. When we got a close-up look of the cookie, we obviously know that they're an astronaut due to their helmet, white clothing, and even badge on the chest. However, take a look at their chest again and their backpack. They're both ice cream sandwiches. I don't think it's doubtful to assume that this is an ice cream sandwich cookie. However, considering that there could be at least two cookies released, how do we know what the other one is? Well, in my opinion, I don't even think the other cookie is actually going to be a cookie at all. Does anyone remember how Space Doughnut is, not a cookie and actually just a donut, but also they came from deep space? Yeah, we're going that route. Considering that the update is titled The Sweet Signals from Space, I think this signal is sent by some creature that's based on a sweet dessert. So for filler purposes, let's assume that this new creature is like moon pie. Because, moons and space and planets and stuff. Now we need a story to go off of. That means I can just go off with creativity on this one. Imagine this. A space station is open in Earthbread with multiple astronaut cookies tending to business there, checking any signal if any sort of life can be found outside of their orbit. One of their top employees, Ice Cream Sandwich Cookie, noticed that a sweet signal was beaming down onto Earthbread and they volunteered to launch up into space to find out what's causing the signal. The more they get near the signal, the more delectable dessert treats they start noticing. This isn't until they finally reach another rather large planet with a sweet chocolate moon floating above them. They check around the planet, noticing it was filled with its own dessert life with delicious treats and and lively creatures. However, Moon Pie, who was watching Ice Cream Sandwich the whole time since they were literally the plubbing moon, they introduced themselves and they would actually generously welcome Ice Cream Sandwich Cookie to their planet, considering how they have such a sweet nature much like everyone else. After collecting a bit of information on the planet, while sad, Moon Pie says goodbye to Ice Cream Sandwich Cookie as they fly back down to Earthbread. Ice Cream Sandwich Cookie then reveals that they didn't meet an alien life form in outer space. Instead, they met a friend. I may not have gotten into too many details about the story, but it's more of a point A to point B storyline. However, there's hopefully no doubt that we'll be seeing a good amount of NPCs in regards to space experts or otherworldly life forms, as well as we might potentially play as them in the future. Now, considering that every cookie has a skill, what would the cookie and the alien do? Also, what would their pets be alongside the new treasure being released? Well, for our Ice Cream Sandwich Cookie, I believe that their skill would be trying to board onto a spaceship so they can launch into space. However, they'll have to avoid falling meteors to reach orbit. The more meteors that are missed, the more points you get. However, if you hit one of them, your points are reduced. You get the most amount of points after dodging 3 or 5 meteors, and also their magic candy will make it so that if you flawlessly leave orbit without hitting a single meteor, you pass by a planet with aliens waving at you, giving some bonus points. Also, for their pet, I had an interesting idea. How about a freeze-dried ice cream sandwich, since it's a food that astronauts are meant to eat while up in space? The pet would occasionally crumble ice cream dust in front of you, and you can collect them for points. Now, as I mentioned, our alien is supposed to be a representation of a moon pie snack, so their skill would have them float into the air, traveling through the galaxy until they find a planet that they can greet different types of alien life forms for points. Their pet would be a similar, smaller moon pie, but a bite would be taken out of them already as if they were forming into a crescent moon. The pet would rise into the sky and cause small asteroids and meteors to rain down onto the ground, shattering for points while destroying every obstacle that appears on the screen. Lastly, the treasure would probably be a telescope to view into space. Occasionally, to the side of the screen in the air, the point of view of the telescope would show and would only show a few different planets that give off different effects. Red planets provide a bit of life, yellow planets provide a good speed boost, and blue planets suddenly destroy everything on the screen. I swear, planets are becoming more weird and weird. You want to talk about space costumes? We're definitely talking about space costumes. Firstly, it's guaranteed at this point that the new cookie and the new alien are going to be automatically receiving some super epic costumes, since that's how it's been for like the past few updates. Next, Space Doughnut Cookie is definitely receiving a costume since they're an alien life form as well. Also, I think Pink Chocolate Cookie should get a new costume since her design resembles more of a space ranger. Plus, I'm really regretting thinking this, but I think Moonlight Cookie is getting some sort of a legendary costume because, you know, the moon. Though I do think Starfruit Cookie should also get a special costume because of her knowledge of the stars and constellations. As for one more, I think Shining Glitter Cookie or Popping Candy Cookie would get costumes, not focusing on the fact that it's about space, but more so the fact that it's soon going to be 2024. Basically, it's just costumes representing the new year. Last but not least, let's talk about some of the new events and game modes that we'll be experiencing within the new update, potentially. The new game mode in regards to the story with Ice Cream Sandwich Cookie and Moon Pie will be separated into 2 parts obviously, but it should revolve around going to different planets, and each planet is a level that you'll have to complete to not only reach the next level, but also unlock more of the story between the 2 of them. Obviously, they're going to be bringing back the Cookie Mastery, Treasure Mastery, and Meet the Treasure events with the new cookies and treasures I've mentioned previously for loot and rewards. I honestly hope that there's going to be a new event in regards to exploring planets. Doing this means you have a certain amount of time to do tasks on one planet to get loot and rewards like crystals and rainbow cubes and even gems. However, after maybe a few days, the planet changes to a new one, so the tasks change and the rewards are reset. I know it sounds weird, but I want this update to be creative. Also, I want there to be an event in regards to looking at planets with a telescope. However, all of the planets are silhouettes. The more missions you complete, the more planets get revealed until you can unlock some sort of a picture or some lobby or something of the sort. New daily gifts are going to be shown, a new jelly set will be available for purchase, $10 pet, and a coupon code for rainbow cubes will be shown at the end of the update reveal video. Now, at the end of all of these videos, I need to be sure that I state this. Complete any events that you can, complete any game mode that's time limited, and do anything similar before the update arrives. When it comes, they're gone for good. But what do you all think? Do you think that some of these theories and events could actually come to the game, or do you think that I'm insane and don't deserve to have a platform? Be sure to let me know down in the comment section below, and also leave down in the comments as well what you think about the new update and what you're excited to potentially see within it. But with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, then please be sure to leave a like on it, and also share the video with your friends if you enjoy my kick around content, and if you enjoy my content in general, then why not subscribe and also hit the bell icon to be notified of whatever I do in the future. And also down in the description below, you will see links to all my social media, including a Twitter post where if it gets 10,000 likes, I can get the kick around YouTube set for absolutely free, a link to my Discord server called the Hype Knees Hub, and a link to my merchandise where you can buy stuff to represent the channel. But above all else, I will see you entities and guardians in the next video. Hail the Hype Knees.